How do you begin a journey of 1,000 miles?
It's a single step.
With a single step. Thank you, Jeff. How do you complete a journey of 1,000 miles?
A single step.
Okay, taking that single step again and again, one by one, until you've accomplished your goal. Think of it another way. Little by little, we travel far. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. I like to think of any goal where I'm challenging myself as a journey of 1,000 miles. They both have similar components. Both have a goal or an end in mind. As Dr. Stephen Covey said, begin with the end in mind. Know your purpose and know your direction. And number two, once you know where you're going, each of these goals, just like a journey, can be broken down into simple steps that you repeat over and over again until you've made it where you're at. For example, if your goal is to lose weight or get in shape, think of every healthy eating choice, every bean burger, every trip to the gym as a step towards your journey. If you're trying to quit a bad habit, such as smoking, think of every time you say no to your cravings or every day without a cigarette as another step towards your journey. It's how I thought of my journey earning my Competent Communicator, which I'm standing here tonight before you, about to earn in about 7 minutes. Along the way, there's obstacles, difficulties that will prevent you from reaching your goal. Same thing as in a journey of 1,000 miles. The first one I found is it's never easy at first. Whenever you're starting something new, it's boring. It doesn't feel right. It feels difficult. You have to soldier through. You have to push through and get through that until it becomes, until you get more accustomed to it, used to it. For me, I won't forget the day. It was December 2012 when I was delivering my icebreaker. The title of the speech is, "My life is like a saltwater fish tank." My hands were trembling. I could feel the perspiration on my brow. And I could feel the heat emanating from my bright red face. And I was still in the back of the room. When I finally walked up here to deliver my speech, I was an incoherent, rambling mess. My hands looked like I was trying to fly in an airplane at Metro Airport. I somehow got through it. To say it was difficult would be the understatement of the year. But I went back and I did my second speech, and it got a little better. And I went back and did my third speech, and it got better. After a while, I started looking forward to these speeches. I really wanted to come back and improve upon what I did last time. I didn't dread them. So remember, in your journey, when you're trying to complete a goal, it's going to be tough in the beginning. And you can remember this quote, too. Nothing in this world is worth having or worth doing unless it comes with great pain, effort, and difficulty. Theodore Roosevelt. Another thing I found working towards your goals or working towards a journey of 1,000 miles is motivation with a ladder. And this is something that carries you from the beginning, in the middle, and all the way to the end. I know some people have accountability buddies. There's even apps you can join where you and your friends who share a common goal can help hold each other accountable and help motivate each other. That doesn't work for me. I found my biggest motivator, my biggest cheerleader is myself. You're the one who's got the inner critic talking to you 24 hours a day in your head that can either talk you into or talk you out of the goal you're trying to accomplish. One journey I took several years ago was to get in shape. And I can tell you when the alarm goes off at 5 in the morning and I'm staring at this dark ceiling in a room and thinking about dragging myself out of bed, getting in the car, driving to Anytime Fitness and spending an hour there, there's no accountability buddy. That's just me just trying to get myself up and out of bed. You have to motivate yourself. Don't give up. Consider this quote on motivation. A person who is not able to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. That was Andrew Carnegie. Finally, the third obstacle I've encountered on many of my goals, many of my journeys, is simple burnout or fatigue. And I notice this one usually happens when you've made enough progress. You've made enough progress where you can look back and really see how far you've come. But then you turn around and you look forward, and you're squinting at that horizon, and that 1,000 miles looks so far. It's counterintuitive, but it almost feels like each step you're taking is slipping further and further away from you, and it can be frustrating. But again, you've made it through the difficult beginning, you've been able to motivate yourselves, and you need to keep going on, work through that burnout. Several years ago, I decided to quit smoking. I smoked a pack of Newport Lights every day for almost 19 years, and I quit cold turkey. The first few hours and days were agonizing, I'm not going to lie. That first week was torturous. I got through it to the second week. A lot of people said, if you make it 2 weeks, you've really made it far. And I was excited, I kept pushing myself. I made it a month. Somewhere along the line, maybe about the 2-month mark, I started getting discouraged. I realized how far I had gotten, but the cravings still didn't subside. They were still there, it was still hard. I told myself, just keep pushing on. The last thing I want to do is repeat those first difficult 2 months. Never want to go through that again for the rest of my life. So I kept at it, and those months slowly turned into years. And now it's been 2,030 days since I've had a cigarette or craving. But who's counting? So in closing, any goal that you're working towards, think about it like a journey of 1,000 miles, like my company Communicator I'm running tonight. Every journey and every goal has 2 parts. Where are you going and how are you going to get there? For me, when I joined Toastmasters and I heard less than 3% of members earn their company Communicator, done, sold. That was my goal right then and there. How I was going to get there? Well, I took that first step with my icebreaker, and then the next one, and then the next one, until I'm on my 10th speech here tonight. There were roadblocks and obstacles along the way. In the beginning, it was extremely difficult. I wanted to run home and not come back. But I pushed through it, and I kept learning and kept getting better, and then I started looking forward to my speeches. Number 2, motivation. You're your best cheerleader, you're your best critic. It's only you that can motivate yourself. Same for Toastmasters for me. A mentor was great for the speech structure and for rehearsing my speech. But it was ultimately up to me to motivate myself, to sign up on the green sheet for the next speech, to come up with that speech topic, to rehearse it, and come in here and deliver it. Also, some goals are kind of far, like this one, took quite a while. So I encourage you to come up with little goals along the way, which I did. And some of my little goals for earning my company Communicator were earning some of these fancy ribbons along the way. Best Speaker Award, 2 of those. Best Evaluator, I have 1 of those. The one thing that's missing is my elusive best table topics. I'm still trying. Tony excluded me tonight from that, unfortunately. Only speak 1 language. And lastly, don't give up. When I was on that 5th or 6th speech, it looked like there was so much more to go. But just focus on the speech in front of you. Focus on number 6. Practice what it says in the manual. Do it and do it right. Then move on to the next speech. Focus on number 7. And you'll get better. You can turn from a stammering mess into me. Just remember, little by little, you will go far on your journey of 1,000 miles. Thank you.